Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Jake Gordon here and I'm bringing you another video. This video is going to be a quick testimonial on Eric. Now I mentioned Eric last month when he was working with his first month with me. He hit 15k and his goal for this month was 20k minimum. Fortunately, you can see, he didn't hit it. Like I said, I'll just refresh because I always like to make sure that this is 100% real with you guys and you guys know that this is not fake because there's so many fake people out there, right? So let me just go back to the month. So yeah, 15,900. Like I said, his goal was 20k. Didn't hit it, obviously. But I want to break, why he didn't hit it and some of the issues that we did have. He would have hit it, but he did run into some issues, and we're going to talk about, some of the issues that he did have and, how he's going to prevent it in the future. And it might help a couple of you guys as well, because I've run into this problem as well, with a couple of my stores in the past. And I'm literally going to show you the product as well. By the way, he's cool with me showing you that. And yeah, we'll break down to it. Cool. So yeah, here he is here. You can see Eric Renders. Like I said, it's the same as the screenshot that we've just went over in his store. So his ad cost was 9,749. That is pretty high, by the way, for only this amount of sales. And we'll show you why that happened. Literally because he did run into some issues with the Google Shopping app, right? So he's using the free Google Shopping feed. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have used the app. I've personally used it in the past as well. And the problem with that app is literally after every 30 days, it makes you manually refresh your feed. And if you don't do it, it's going to cut off some of your products, which is super annoying. So if you're doing Google Shopping, don't recommend to use that app because it literally can kill your campaign. And that's one of the reasons why it stopped kind of his ads halfway through. You'll see the dip when we go over his ads. And also the other reason that I mentioned before with the product. But yeah, he spent about 9.7 on ads for that month. Cost of goods was 3.7 and he only netted 2.4. Now it's not terrible, by the way, but obviously in the last month, he only did 10k in sales, but he got more, right? So, it's very crucial that we go over this. He's still super profitable. But, obviously with nearly 16k in sales, we'd like the profits to be a little bit higher for sure. But yeah, still anyways, 2.4k, it's nothing, not like most people these days losing money with Facebook and even Google itself. At least he's still, pulled in a profit month with us. And, the next month's only going to be a lot bit better. Let's go into his ads and we can actually show you, the winning product itself. Editor's going to blur out everything else because, he's starting to scale hard now, and his next goal, he is going to hit that 20k a month because we've sorted the issues. So editor's going to blur out everything else. But obviously we're going to show you the product because he's not running it anymore. But it will give you, guys a good idea of what can happen and how to prevent it. Okay, cool. So we're in one of his campaigns, and for example, this is the winning product, by the way. I'll show you on his store as well. There's no issue with that. Like I said, he's not running it anymore, but we're going to show you, why it did kind of die down and what kind of happened with this product itself. You can see here on the left-hand side, he's running a bunch of SPCs. These are the products that are doing well in the all products test. So we just take them out. It's as simple as that. Obviously, you can see the all products test is obviously tested new products that he's testing. So yeah, start of the month, he was starting to scale up. You can see here. And then you can see the big dip. This is where we ran into the issue with the Google Shopping feed, like I mentioned before. So for some reason, don't know why it does it, every 30 days since you installed it, it just cuts out. And if you don't manually refetch it, because you're going to forget about this stuff, you're dealing with orders, you're dealing with emails, deliveries and all that kind of stuff. You're not really thinking about that kind of thing. It's supposed to be automatic. But yeah, it just stopped running his ads. Pretty much. So you had to quickly jump on and get it fixed halfway through the day. And with Google doesn't like, big changes. So you can see how it just started to almost die once he turned it back on. And then eventually we just turned it off when he ran into the issue with this product. But still a super profitable product. For example, conversions 108 just on this campaign. He was selling it in the all products test. Spent about $600 on this, and cost per conversion is £5.57. So that just basically means how much it's costing to get a customer. The product cost about $1 to $2, so you can see him selling it at $20. Super profitable, right? So was a good product for the campaign. The problem was, as I'll show you his product as well, just to give you a little bit more design. Now this landing page is a little bit different than his normal pages. You can see how it's a little bit more advanced. We do that with winning products. We take them to a more one-page kind of landing, almost like a ClickFunnels landing page, if you like. You see it looks a little bit more optimized, looks a little bit more better. And we actually are offering them to buy, 3 instead of 1. I do this with most of my students. I do this with myself just because it converts a lot better, and obviously, we're pushing them to buy 3 sets. But ignoring that, the problem was with this product. So he didn't realize, and obviously I didn't realize, that the problem with this product is it's like a fuel product, right? So he was selling this, but I think some customers were coming back to him saying like they need the fuel to work it, and then obviously Google, you can't sell fuel on Google. Obviously, it's like a prohibited item, right? It's almost like selling like a knife, if you like. Now, obviously, this isn't a bad product because it is trying to it is what it is. It's like for starting like flint fire starters. That's what it is, and it's in the keychain, so it's in that kind of niche, kind of small, compact. But obviously, Google didn't like it. The customers weren't getting it how it was come with fuel, so they were kind of stuck. And it did lead to him just eventually just turning it off. He was getting too many issues with Google, and he didn't want his whole campaign to just be shut down. And obviously, if you get in trouble with Google, you're not only this campaign will get stuck, but everything else will just get wiped out. So was making him a lot of money, but he realised it wasn't worth it to risk the account getting suspended or anything like that. But the good thing is he has found another winning product right now, and he's scaling it in the campaign. We'll just started to. But it was a good lesson for him and anybody else watching this. Even if you find a good product, you can see here, this is kind of how it works. Like, it's not something you really want to sell, just because Google can be a little bit funny with this kind of stuff. On Facebook, there's no chance you're selling this, by the way, like 0 chance. But yeah, it's an example of a good product. It kind of shows you guys, how he kind of, made his 2.5K just in this month. Obviously, we'd like it to be a little bit higher, but we ran into some issues, halfway through in the month, and obviously all his other campaigns were affected with this as well. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. It was just a short video, just to go over his, second month working with me, because I did promise it last month, and he wanted to show his results again. The kind of key factors for him now is to find another winning product that is kind of performing like this, and also, make sure the margins are good, make sure, the product isn't going to have any issues like this. So he's really just stepping away from kind of these products in general. I suggest you guys do that as well. If you kind of have a winning product, you're kind of thinking about, it's kind of a little bit ishy, should I keep selling this? If you kind of get to that mindset, you probably shouldn't be selling it, or you should probably think about cutting it off, to be honest, because it always does lead to something like this. And, he did, made a quick buck with this kind of, product, but he was smart enough to turn it off, and that's what I recommend you guys to do as well if you're having this sort of like fishy moment where you're thinking, should I turn it off? But yeah, guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you within the first hour. And if you didn't like the video, suggest what maybe I should post next. And obviously, if you want to know more about Google, leave a comment to go over the next topic. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Today.